What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some Xenoverse 2. I mainly want to talk about the whole female Broly situation, as I like to call it, that was going on a while ago, aka like 3 days ago, but it's quite interesting to see that we are getting a legendary Super Saiyan, because usually people just say, oh, Broly is non-canon, he doesn't count, even though he's one badass motherfucker. The fact that we're gonna get a female version of him sort of makes him canon to an extent, and it sort of makes some leeway for other stuff, maybe like Metal Cooler and stuff like that, or regular Cooler, even though technically he wasn't in the story. But it would be nice if they could do something like that as well. But the fact that the first female Super Saiyan that we get to see is a legendary Super Saiyan, it sort of blows my mind, just because, like, we've seen female Saiyans from the Father of Goku Bardock episode, or a female Saiyan there, like, she was present, doesn't matter who it was, but there was so many female Saiyans, yet we didn't get to see any type of a legendary or just regular female Super Saiyans, not even like Pan went Super Saiyan, even though technically she's a quarter Saiyan, but still. And the fact that now, after all this time, we're getting a female Saiyan sort of makes it way more in the aspect of, if a female Saiyan, like, how powerful can she actually be? Because we all know how strong Broly was, and Broly was the strongest Saiyan at one point. Even if you don't believe that he's a canon or anything, but still, he was the strongest Saiyan at one point, because he was laying waste to fucking Goku, Gohan, Trunks, Piccolo, and Vegeta. Like, 1v5 solo, S&D style, that shit. And he was literally fucking raw. And this sort of raises the question on how will this female legendary Super Saiyan face up against God Goku, or Hit, or Kaba, or Frost. Those characters that I just named have a power-up of some kind, like they became stronger over the arc period. And also on top of that, we get to see another God of Destruction, which looks like a clown, and his angels looks like Harlequin. If you guys, like, she has like pigtails, I think it's called pigtails. She has like 2 ponytails on either side of her head, so I don't know what those are called. But as I said before, it sort of reminds me of Joker and Harlequin, and just me assuming something like that makes me think that, oh, maybe this God of Destruction and Angel are a bit crazy, because the God of Destruction does look like Joker, as I said before. Like, he has the entire clown thing going on, and his Angel looks like Harlequin. You can only imagine how much destruction they can actually do once they do it. And hopefully we get to see like Champa and Vados do something in the arc, like actually fight. There's like plenty of stuff I want to see in this next arc. Maybe even Frost going golden, because technically Frost is the counterpart, or another Frieza. And we did see Frieza go golden. Why can't Frost, right? Because Frost is already strong as he is. Even though he did fight cheap the first time we saw him, but he was still strong. And it sort of raises the question on how strong is Kaba, or Hit, or Vegeta, or Goku now, because technically they were training to an extent, but we only saw Goku train with Krillin for a little while in this episode. But see, going back to the whole female legendary Super Saiyan, I wonder how she's gonna act. Is it gonna be more like Broly, or is she gonna be more a savage, or more brutal, like some type of thing? because Broly was one brutal motherfucker back when the first movie, Broly's first movie came out, and the fact that we're getting a I don't know if they're gonna make her more brutal than Broly was. Like, it's possible, don't get me wrong, it's always possible, but I wonder how everyone's gonna, like, take that on, like, as a character. Like, because we've never seen her fight, obviously, because she's a new character, but it would be sick to see if she fights somewhat similar. Like, I want her to be a carbon copy of Broly, because the way she looked in Legendary Super Saiyan state is exactly like Broly, and it sort of annoys me, just because of the fact that when we look at Kaba and Vegeta, they're technically counterparts from each other. They look so different. Like, Vegeta's taller, he's more muscular. Then we go to Kaba, he's short and thinner. And looking at Frost, well, like, I feel like Frost is smaller in his final form than Frieza was. So I don't want this amazing, cool Broly female character to be the same thing as Broly. Maybe she's stronger. Hopefully she's stronger, because it would make things so much more interesting. But that also raises the question on if everyone likes how the way she is, there is a potential for her to be added into Xenoverse 2. And they could also give female Saiyans the Legendary Super Saiyan state. Like, that would give you a reason to use a female Saiyan to get that Legendary Super Saiyan state. Like, I don't know how many people have a female Saiyan, because most people just go, oh, male Saiyan, done. Because they're technically more competitive in the aspect of, because male Saiyans focus on basic and strike, and females focus on ki and all key supers. But it's quite interesting. Who knows what's gonna happen? I really want to see that God of Destruction and Angel that look like Joker and Harley Quinn. But oh, this next arc is gonna be fucking amazing, I feel like. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.